Black Clover, that's the first death penalty. This series has no good arcs, and the author says, I will make this longer than One Piece.
Three of us have seen Akira.
Yeah. Akira, I would put in A, no troll.
They call me PX Rear Gunman, okay? It's the position I was born to fill.
Self-insert. Actual self-insert.
Titan form or no Titan form?
Fated to die, basically.
Alright.
Oh yeah, literally.
So maybe this will age well or poorly, depending how when we watch the final season.
No, bro. It'd be funny if we can go back to this and we're like,
yeah,
yo,
like, damn. Imagine the comments like roast us. It's like, damn, this shit is ass.
I say it's A.
I say it's A too.
B-Stars? B-Stars is A.
A?
Yeah,
Okay, so-
easy A, easy A. Berserk, put it top one.
boys, top
Alright,
one.
yeah,
Top
like
one.
that's...
That's the
Berserk,
easiest top one.
Easiest top
Unfortunately,
one, like-
top one.
Even with no ending, I definitely think it's stronger than fucking almost every series here, for sure.
Black Clover, that's the first death penalty. This series has no good arcs, and the author says, I will make this longer than One Piece.
Bleach, I have read. I have read
Okay.
half of it. Actually, less than half. I'm putting this shit in C.
Yoruichi?
Yoruichi.
Yeah, she probably puts this at like a S tier, maybe, I think.
It starts so erect, and you just get more and more flats as it goes on, until it just ends with like a whimper.
Yeah, no, it peaked early, which is kind of
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Alright, My Hero.
Oh, we've all...
Hero.
Okay. Hey, I like My Hero.
No!
No.
Fumbled.
No, it
Fumbled.
literally fumbled so bad.
Fumbled.
Literally
Fumbled.
every other arc of...
You said it was just... You said the Para Liberation War was just as good as Marineford, bro.
Okay, I did not know that nothing of consequence would come. The Shonen Jump publishers forced, what's his name, Horikoshi, to make Mina Asido like a pink alien, because they knew they would go to jail otherwise. Never seen.
Yo, put that
Yo.
shit in B.
Wow.
I don't know. No, I don't think the ending. I don't think the ending is that bad.
Whoa.
Man.
You
I
have
think-
this mystery unravel around geniuses, and it ends because he decides to trust this bitch-ass lawyer who brings the book to his gym every day, working out in skinny jeans, bro.
I think the Freeze arc is one of the greatest arcs of all time. No troll. Like I actually think everything from the start of Dragon Ball all the way up to Frieza is like fucking phenomenal. Like actually amazing. I have my gripes with Cell here and there, and obviously the Buu arc is the weakest arc. I don't think it's bad enough. Like it's not like a Naruto situation where it just shits on the rest of the series as a whole. So I would probably agree with either S or A.
Alright.
God Media.
God Media.
Oh yeah, no, God.
I think
It's gotta go
easily,
with God.
like,
Yeah.
Easily God Media.
basically, probably the most, like, classic one out of all of them so far. I think.
I
like,
also think it's the most consistent one.
It is the most consistent.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And for any of you fucking IQ schmucks watching this video, let me tell you, if you don't know what this is, you're missing out on the greatest sports series of all time. You got 3 incredible seasons, covers like the first like 500, 600 chapters. And if you somehow like other sports anime, you don't like this one, you're just a bitch.
It's
Like, you're just
actually
straight
a
up-
crime how, like, every, like, month a new dog shit isekai will drop, and this hasn't gotten a season since, like, what, 2013?
2013, bro. I've been waiting.
No.
Like, this is
I've been waiting 8 years.
This shit has made me cry, like, 3 times. This shit is
Just-
so good. It has, like,
And the soundtrack's
easily
amazing.
one of the best characters of all time with Takamura. Like, actual, straight up, like, God wrote down in the Bible, Takamura will be the best character ever. Hunter!
Oh my god,
Okay.
no. Okay,
Okay,
please
boys.
understand.
Simultaneously, this is simultaneously an S and
It
C
is
tier.
here and it is here.
Okay, I don't understand how everyone's like, bro, Hunter x Hunter has like the greatest first arc of all time. I'm going to be honest, bro. There's nothing unique about this what is the Hunter exam arc at all, or like
So
there's
trash.
nothing unique. I've watched this show twice and I thought I thought maybe the first time, like, yeah, maybe I'm missing something. No, I am not missing anything, bro. Like, everyone says, oh, bro, York New's just as good as, like, Chimera Ant, and they're fucking lying to you. They are lying to you, bro. York New does not hold up anywhere near as well.
It does not,
Like,
yeah.
there's so many narrative beats that don't make any fucking sense. Literally at all. And the only thing that's redeeming about Hunter x Hunter is Chimera Ant. And I think Chimera Ant alone is probably, like, God Media or S tier on itself.
Even if part 1 is a little generic, it's very short, and then part 2, it starts to develop like this personality unlike any other series you've ever seen, and it just keeps getting better each part, and you really see the author over the course of literal decades just come more and more into his own style. And then it's really with the jump to becoming a sign-in, a monthly published series for adults in part 7.
Part 7,
you just see
Chef's Kiss.
Part 7 is a work of art.
But this has the most unique vibe of any series I've ever seen. Like, you cannot replicate this.
I would put it in S.
S? I would agree. Season 1 is god.
I think season, just going off season 1, that's an easy
Season
yes.
1,
See,
it just gets
it's the
better.
first new shonen I've experienced in a long time, and maybe when we reach Kimitsu no Yaiba, as I like to call it, we can talk about it a little more. But every central character so far in JJK has just had like really interesting motivations, interesting powers. That's already something that like separates this from like other like really popular shonens, like, you know, your Naruto's and your Demon Slayers. Is every character has a very unique backstory, very unique motivation, and then also the way they fight.
I always thought domain expansion is like a more well thought out version of territories from Yu Yu.
Props to the series for having like a rival / foil to the main character, not just be a dickhead for no reason.
No, the bears are terrible.
The Bears look like
I am
ass.
fully understanding that the bears look terrible, but god damn it, the soundtrack, the characters, and everything else is so fucking good. I love the setting that the story
setting is
in,
great. The setting is great.
And Sugimoto
bro, no.
is
Giga
bro,
Chad.
he's one of my favorite protagonists right now, bro.
Giga Chad.
It's the fact that none of the characters ever actually evolve past their baseline trope is so fucking insulting.
This series is the same events over and over and over,
Not
with
even just
an
that.
ending that feels just not satisfactory at all.
I don't know.
And
And
I know everyone loves Rengoku, and I can't seem to understand why.
Controversy.
I genuinely cannot understand how a character like Rengoku, whose lines only consist of delicious and set your heart ablaze and wow, dad, please understand that I'm going to become a demon slayer for you. I'm a Hashira for you, and I get it. Shitty dad, that's cool and all, but like in 2 hours time span, I was not attached enough to actually give a fuck about fucking Rengoku, dad.
Tanjiro, you know, he's going around the fucking world, and every demon he meets is like, oh no, when I was a human, I had to stick up my ass, and now I'm evil.
Is that 7 deadly sins? Wait, no. Before we put that, put 7 deadly sins in death penalty. Right. This series had a very strong start, and I think a pretty good first half of Shippuden. Actually, first third of Shippuden. After everything, the series spits on what it used to mean, and all the themes that it built up to that point are completely meaningless, and most of the stuff that is shown in the war arc goes back on everything Naruto originally stood for. And I'm not just saying like, oh man, I miss when when Naruto was about ninjas. No, I'm talking about the themes of the fucking show are just turned on its head and thrown to the wayside. Like, I always thought Jiraiya was much better as just this old dude that trains Naruto just because he sees the good in him and he wants him to be better. But no, it's he just trained him because it's a promise to his fucking parents.
There's like this need for constant plot twists to the point where the final arc, which goes on way too long, it starts out with this villain who you think is this guy, but then that guy actually shows up. So the other guy isn't actually that guy, and it turns out he's this guy, but it turns out that guy's not the actual mastermind, it's this dude, and then it's actually this tree, and then that tree is actually the son of this girl who just shows up at the end. Like, it's so frustrating, bro.
There are so many characters that did not... Bro, there are so many characters that did not need to return at all, and their story arcs ended perfectly, and then they're back as zombies, and it just feels like fan service. Sasuke and Naruto should have 100% been gay and died at the end of the series.
Up to about a month ago, this would be God Media.
So Wano is like this arc, right? This is the current arc, and it's like the most high stake. If Oda is pulling punches at this point, where I'm supposed to believe these are like world-ending stakes, you know? It kills the entire tone, I think.
Like you literally have a character who flies a bomb into the sky and explodes. And then just shows up in the chapter.
Yeah. How did he live, dude? No, no.
I did pelt lip, bro.
They have no weakness.
It has no
literally.
weaknesses. It's like it doesn't have a flaw. The art is godlike. The story is godlike. The characters are insane.
A lot of shows are more focused on like 1 or 2 characters, right?
Yeah.
One Punch has like 15 storylines at a time that you can just like actively get interested in. There's like 3 pro tags.
Probably also like one of the funniest series ever.
It is
myself,
very
Yeah,
funny,
it's
yeah.
so funny.
I discovered this, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like the best thing I've ever read. And I'm like, yo, you guys should get into this. And Leon's like, you know what? I'll give it a try. And then I reached the ending. I was shocked. I instantly regretted telling them about it because I'm like, they cannot read this.
Sunken Rock built something up for the entire story, and then at the ending they completely abandoned. The
It's-
first 167 chapters are godlike.
Ken and Teisu, bro, they're so good. Especially Ken for me. Ken, it's like Ken, Garu, Guts, Gyro, like best top. But
As someone who read like 4 chapters
no,
and
shut the
thought
fuck
like it was like
No,
Vinland?
Vinland, God Media.
Vinland is going to God. This is
Yeah.
the most like empathetic, like human experience I've ever like seen in fiction.
It's the most human experience media I've ever consumed.
The art and animation, you know, in both mediums are so good.
All right, cool. I can't wait to do this again. And after like one of the series that we
Bro.
love drops the fucking ball and it's all over.